Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney just finished up, and it was a big upset. It was a big upset because you know Ryan Garcia was a huge underdog. Devin Haney, who was undefeated. Ryan Garcia, only had one loss. That was last year to Tank Davis. But I had Devin Haney winning this fight. I was, honestly worried about Ryan Garcia when it came to like Ryan Garcia been he kind of been like spazzing out. I didn't know if he was Jedi mind tricking Devin Haney or not, but whatever it is, it worked for him because he won the fight. Now, um, a brief description of the fight. Devin was the boxer. Ryan Garcia was clearly the puncher. And, while I watched this fight with my cousin and one of my boys, when Ryan Garcia knocked him down 3 times. Now, it was a majority decision for Ryan Garcia, which kind of I didn't understand. But, it is what it is. Because the bottom line is the right man who won the fight. The right man who should have won the fight won the fight. But again, Ryan Garcia dropped Devin Haney 3 times. After the first 2 knockdowns, I still believe that Devin Haney could have still won the fight because, to be honest with you, the only rounds that I saw up to the second knockdown, the only rounds that I had Ryan Garcia winning was the 2 rounds that, the first round. The first round where he rocked Devin Haney, but the first round and the other 2 rounds that he knocked Haney down, and that was around like the 9th round. And plus, the first time he knocked Haney down, he got a point taken away from him in the same round for hitting after the break. So I was like, nigga, what are you doing? Why are you fighting? Like, come on now. You're already an underdog. So I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you fighting dumb? But like I said, after the first knockdown, Devin had really regained his composure. So I was like, okay, Devin got this. Because my cousin was like, and the knockdown came in the 3rd round? He was like, Ryan gonna finish him. I said, no, I think it was the first, the third round. He said, yeah, Ryan gonna finish him. I said, no, Devin gonna get his shit together. And even after in the post-fight interview, Devin said the first knockdown more surprised me than it hurt me. But, again, Devin Haney was winning the boxing match. But Ryan Garcia, whenever he opened up to engage to fight, he got Devin Haney. No questions about it. This is a case where the man who should have won the fight won the fight. It just is what it is. It is what it is. Now, Ryan Garcia, who was totally reckless, coming into the fight, he was totally reckless. He just kept himself on A-list tier fighting. Because what I was telling my cousin, after Ryan Garcia knocked Haney down, I said, you know what? If the fight continues the way it's going to continue, he's probably going to lose this fight, but he will be a top-tier fighter because he's the first person who ever dropped Haney. But as it turned out, he dropped Haney a couple more times, and one judge had the fight a draw. And I was like, what fight? Like, after the second knockdown, I still thought that Haney could have won the fight on the cards because outside of the rounds where he was knocked down, he clearly won those rounds. But the third part of the fight, like I'm talking about rounds 10 through 12, the championship rounds, I was like, nah. There was no question. Nah, Haney won them. I mean, Garcia won them joints. So my question is it going to be a rematch? And I'm pretty sure it will be a rematch because Haney was a champion. Now, here's the thing about it. Ryan Garcia did not make weight, so Haney's belts were not on the line. So while Haney has the professional loss to his record, he's still the champion. He's still the WBC junior welterweight champion. So if they fight a rematch, which what is it? It's April now. If they fight again in October, let's say September, October, Haney will again still be the champion, but Garcia may be the favorite to win the fight. Because when I tell you, yeah, Devin Haney should be embarrassed. He should definitely be embarrassed because, you know, he was the favorite. Ryan Garcia was just talking and acting reckless. I mean, come on now. We're talking about a dude who was literally saying, and I like I said, I don't know if he was trying to Jedi mind trick Devin Haney, but he was literally identifying as a woman. And I was like, you know, when he said I'm identifying as a woman, I'm like, wait a minute. If you're identifying as a woman, can you fight? Can you fight this nigga? Because, like, I know Vegas ain't gonna sponsor no fight between a man and a woman. But, you know, it is what it is. Ryan Garcia got the signature victory of his career. And because, you know, I'm thinking the whole time that, yo, Ryan Garcia may not be built for the spotlight like that because he clearly is having some issues because, you know, well, I don't know if people are paying attention to this or not, but Ryan Garcia they're trying to build him up like the next Oscar De La Hoya. Now, I'm an 80s baby, so I remember De La Hoya, even as a little kid, I remember De La Hoya coming up in the 90s where it's like they worship this nigga. And they're trying to build Ryan Garcia up the same way, but he's not being as receptive as De La Hoya was. Now, keep in mind, in the 90s, there's no social media, whatever. But I'm like, you know, Ryan Garcia is going through some things. So I thought he was honestly going to get knocked the fuck out, but he didn't. He did everything but knock Devin Haney out. He dropped him 3 times. And now the only thing that Ryan Garcia did that I did not like, and I wish the referee had to penalize him for it, is that every time Devin Haney would, I don't want to say charge in, but be assertive, looking to fight, Ryan Garcia would literally cover up and turn his back to Devin Haney. And he did that every time. And I'm like, yo, why the fuck is the referee allowing him to do this? And I'm like, yo, once Devin Haney got dropped twice and Ryan Garcia kept doing that shit, I'm like, yo, Haney, when he does that shit, you need to just wail away. But even then, it wasn't enough because, you know, Ryan Garcia, that left hook changed Devin Haney's life, at least for the night. Well, I'm not even going to say the night because the fights, well, I'm going to say the night because it was in Vegas. So in Vegas, the fight started at 9 o'clock. Here in Virginia, the fight started after midnight. So that left hook of Ryan Garcia's changed Devin Haney's life for at least for the night of 420. He probably wished he had a blunt in his mouth when he was getting hit with that left hook because Ryan Garcia was giving him the business pause with that fucking left hook. He really was. So, you know, shout outs go to Ryan Garcia. Shout outs go to Devin Haney because in the interview after the fight, Devin Haney, you know, it was no sour grapes. He was just like, yo, he got me. They was like, would you like to have a rematch? You're like, of course. Because the thing is that they fought 3 times as amateurs. So really this was their 7th fight, just their first on a professional level. So you know, shout out, ain't nobody all over here, my love. Okay, ain't nobody all over here. It's just me. The people who I had watching the fight, they dipped, you know, when the fight was over. I wish I had some niggas over here so I could bust a spades game. If you guys see this comment on the YouTube, I love this person right here more than the fucking universe. You know, That's just what it is. That's my bestie. I love her more than the universe. But ain't nobody else over here. I promise you that. But what the fuck was I saying? No, Devin Haney didn't show no sour grapes to it. He ain't had no sour grapes. It was just, I lost the fight. I would love to fight again. I would love to see the fight again because the fight exceeded to me expectations. Because Ryan Garcia was he was like spazzing so much that people was like, yo, is he actually going to show up to the fight? He was spazzing so much that niggas was like, I don't think this nigga going to show up when it's fight night. But not only did he show up, he showed up, he won, he pulled a big upset, and, shout out to him. So that means the rematch is going to be that much bigger. It's going to draw that much more money. And I would say 6 months, 5 to 6 months, September, October, they're going to get it. Let's get it. So I'm not going to hold y'all, as far as the reaction. It's not much to react to, I'm not going to break the fight down, as much as I could break the fight down because it's simple. When they were boxing, Devin Haney was hands down the better fighter. But as soon as Ryan Garcia asserted himself and started fighting, Devin Haney had no defense for that Ryan Garcia left hook. And to be honest with you, if this was a straight up boxing match, Devin Haney would have won hands down. But as soon as Ryan started throwing them hands with lethal intent, he fucked Devin Haney up. He did. He fucked Devin Haney up. But Devin Haney, like I said, he handled himself with class and like a champion. I lost. I'll be back. It's that simple. Like fighters nowadays in boxing who just want to simply live and die by the 0 on their record. Niggas, everybody's not going to be Mayweather. Everybody's not going to be Mayweather. And Mayweather wasn't the only person to retire undefeated. Not even in the modern age of boxing. But he was just the biggest name. But everybody ain't going to be Mayweather. This is why UFC has a leg up on boxing, because the best don't fight the best in boxing. This was a case where the best fought the best in boxing. And they're going to fight again because both fighters now have a loss on their record, but their stock hasn't dropped at all. Ryan Garcia's stock rose up. He stays an A+ level fighter. Devin Haney's stock didn't drop because he took his loss like a G. He took his loss like a champion. It just is what it is. So, it's your boy. I'll be back on Monday. Like I said, Sports Plus Life this week, 3 episodes this week. Monday's podcast, Thursday's NFL draft, and Friday's podcast. So, I'm out this bed. Peace. Hey, yo, Leash, I'm going to hit you up as soon as I end this stream.